Top attractions and experiences in Tulum, Mexico. Once a sleepy off-the-grid beach town, Tulum is now a popular Caribbean vacation destination, with countless activities and adventures for visitors. Its popularity means there are more and more things to do and see, from free or inexpensive activities to pricey excursions and everything in between. Welcome back to another episode of Feetpin Travel. Join us on our journey around the world as we share our best travel tips, guides, and amazing experiences with you. If you're not a part of our community yet, hit the subscribe button now so you never miss out on our latest and greatest uploads. Remember, we travel not to escape life, but for life not to escape us. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the top attractions and experiences in Tulum. Let's get started. Spend time, lots of time on Tulum's beach. The beach in Tulum is really spectacular, and it's not hard to see why. Creamy white sand, turquoise calm waters, and pastel pink sunsets make the beach here truly unforgettable and immediately calming. For anyone visiting Tulum, especially for the first time, the beach is an undeniable must-do. You can experience Tulum's beach in three main ways. By staying in a Tulum Beach hotel. The beachfront hotel zone in Tulum is dotted with hotels and resorts that offer private access to the ocean. We say private because technically you can walk wherever you want once you're actually on the sand. But getting onto the beach itself typically involves staying in a Tulum Beach hotel or visiting a beach club for the day. The hotels on Tulum's beachfront are generally much pricier than the rest of the accommodations in town. But if you can swing it even only for a night or two, it's worth it to be able to wake up just steps from the water. By visiting one of Tulum's beach clubs. If you aren't staying on a beachfront property, you can still visit a beach club for the day and lounge around near the water. Some beaches we have heard good things about include Taboo Tulum, Papaya Playa Project, Mia Restaurant and Beach Club, Nomade Tulum, Habitas Tulum, 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐵 Beach, Coco Tulum, 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐤 Tulum. Generally, you can just show up and ask for a cabana or a table. But if it's the weekend, or if there's a big event or festival in town, you may want to make a reservation well in advance to guarantee yourself a spot. By heading to one of Tulum's public beaches. To visit the beach without paying for beach club access or a cabana, you can bring your own towel and drinks and head to one of Tulum's public access beaches. Las Palmas, Playa Paraíso, Playa Ruinas. These hotels offer a wider stretch of sand, a more chill, laid-back vibe, and more parking than the hotel zone if you're renting a car while in town. Parking in the hotel zone is practically impossible or costly unless you're staying at one of the hotels. Visit as many cenotes as possible. Derived from the Mayan word 𝐸𝐴𝐻, which means sacred well, cenotes are fascinating fresh underworlds that dot the Yucatan Peninsula. The entire peninsula is made up of limestone rock, which characterizes everything about the unique environment here, from the cenotes to the thick jungle that spreads far but not very high, in comparison to other jungles in this part of the world. A local guide explained that this is because the trees here have to search deeper underground for nutrients, which stunts their growth above ground. Cenotes in the area can either be open, semi-open, or cavernous, entirely underground and accessible only by hole or tunnel. Many of them are connected by networks of subterranean cave systems and were largely regarded in ancient Mayan culture as the gateway to communicating with the gods. We could go on and on about cenotes and how fascinatingly beautiful they are, but we'll start with what will be close to you when you're in Tulum. There are tons of gorgeous cenotes in this part of the peninsula alone, and we encourage you to visit at least one or two while you're here. Some cenotes we've heard good things about while I was in town include Dos Ojos, Zacialá, Calavera, Gran Cenote, Casa Cenote, Car Wash, Casa Tortuga. Keep in mind that cenotes usually will charge you an entrance fee, usually between 50 to 300 pesos per person, cash only. And you can also expect to pay extra if you want to bring a DSLR camera or a drone. Bring goggles and/or snorkel gear because while cenotes are stunning from above, they are even more mind-blowing underwater. Wander around ancient Mayan ruins. Ancient Mayan civilizations throughout Mexico flourished in the years 250 to 900 AD, and many of the structures the Maya people built have survived the test of time, making this one of the most unique and unmissable things you can do when visiting Tulum. Tulum is within driving distance of several impressive archaeological sites, including one of 7 new wonders of the world, 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤. Here are some ancient ruins you can visit from Tulum. Tulum, Coba, 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤, 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐤𝐤, 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐤. Like many attractions in this part of Mexico, you can expect to pay an entrance fee per person and a separate fee for any camera and/or drone you'd like to use during your visit. Entrance costs vary depending on the site. Experience a Temascal Ceremony. Temascales are essentially Mayan sweat lodges, and the ceremonies are led by a shaman and said to purify your mind and body. This ancient Mesoamerican ceremony can actually be found all over Tulum. In some cases, your hotel may even have a Temascal on site, and is a quite popular spiritual experience. The Temascal kind of looks like a giant pizza oven, and in addition to sweating it out, you can expect chanting, singing, and intention setting throughout the ritual. We've heard others be skeptical of their effectiveness, but we think that ceremonies like this have a lot to do with the mindset you have going into it. If you try a Temascal ceremony, approach it with an open mind, and who knows, you might walk away pleasantly surprised. And if you do try it, let us know in the comments how it went. Sample Tulum's multifaceted foodie scene. The food scene in Tulum is unique and exciting, whether you're a foodie or not. We've been told countless times that the food in Tulum is not authentic at all, but offers up some of the best meals in the world, thanks to the international crowd it attracts. There is a number of fine dining restaurants in the Tulum hotel zone with $3 or more signs next to their names when you look them up online. You can easily pay more than for a good meal in Los Angeles, on more than one occasion while in Tulum. And most of these fancy meals weren't even Mexican at all. But dang, were they good! As a general rule of thumb, in the hotel zone, you'll find great, exciting, and pricey restaurants that are the place to be seen while in Tulum. On the flip side, in Tulum town, you'll find a more casual dining scene, with local joints and more affordable international fare, all of which will be significantly more affordable than anything on the beach. When planning your trip, we recommend choosing at least 1 or 2 nice restaurants on the beach to enjoy the food, the cocktails, and what's bound to be a fun night out. Mix this in with more affordable meals in town, or at home if you're staying in an Airbnb in Tulum with a kitchen, to give yourself the best of both worlds. Go on a 𝐤𝐨𝐿𝐵 biosphere expedition. One of the most unique natural attractions in Tulum is the 𝐤𝐨𝐿𝐵 biosphere, a 2,000-plus square mile reserve that protects a network of freshwater marshes, mangroves, lagoons, and barrier reefs, and serves as a home base for tons of wildlife. Because of how massive this reserve is, you'll need to choose between one of the 2 main areas that can be explored in 𝐤𝐴𝐴, Punta Allen or Moyil. Visiting 𝐤𝐴𝐴 via Punta Allen. Punta Allen is the area in 𝐤𝐴𝐴 that is closer to the ocean and saltwater lagoons, which is perfect for wildlife viewing and snorkeling. Here you get to see tons of animal activity, but the trade-off is that Punta Allen is harder to access due to really horrible road conditions. To experience this part of the reserve, taking a tour was one of the least complicated ways to go about it. So we would suggest booking a day-long tour with 𝐦𝐨𝐽 Tours. We chose 𝐦𝐨𝐽 Tours because of their great reviews and commitment to nature conservation and responsible tourism. The tour guides are lovely and passionate, and in just the span of a few short hours of cruising around mangroves and open ocean by private boat, you'll see manatees, crocodiles, dolphins, turtles, manta rays, ospreys, and more. Day-long tours to 𝐤𝐴𝐴 via Punta Allen, like the one we recommended, will cost you $145 to $170 per person, and include lunch and round-trip private transportation from wherever you're staying in Tulum, which is another huge selling point of taking a tour versus attempting the visit on your own. With that, we've reached the end of this video all about top attractions and experiences in Tulum. What activity in Tulum would you most like to visit? Do any of you have a trip planned to Tulum? Get involved and let us know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this one and found it interesting, remember to leave a like on the video so we know to make more for you. Also, subscribe to Feetpin Travel for even more amazing travel content just like this video. As always, thanks for watching. See you again soon in another episode.